I'm Dr. Khurram Shaukat Yusufzai. Today's video is about the new vehicles launched by DFSK in Pakistan. So this is EV Volt, the new launch by DFSK. So let's begin. Rinco Aria Volt Mincar, electric vehicle by Regal Automobile, Pakistan. Regal Automobile is actually assembler of DFSK, Prince, and also this car, which was actually made by Beijing Henrey Automobile Technology in 2021 in China, and in 2022 it was exported to the international markets. Internationally, this car is actually known by other names, and it's available in left-hand drive and right-hand drive. It's a rear-wheel drive car with the automatic drive and reverse gear, electric charger. It's known as Hongri Xiaohu, Henrey Little Tiger, Henrey Mincar in Nepal, Mulan Aigo in US, Volt City in Thailand, Rinco Aria Volt in Pakistan, and Aptec in some other country. It has a 16.5 kilowatt hour battery made by Mulan Technology, which is a US company based in California. So it also makes chargers. As you can see, it specializes in chargers, and this car, as well as the chargers, is sold in US by Mulan, called Mulan Mincar, and it also sells like commercial vans, trucks, as well as chargers, like it provides chargers to the places where they want the commercial chargers. So today my guest is Mr. Asim. He's manager sales at DFSK. You have met him before in our previous video. So welcome him. How are you, sir? Asim?
Fine, Alhamdulillah. Nice to meet you, sir, after a long time.
Yes.
How is your activity these days? What are you doing?
Yeah, thank you very much. What is this car, Asim? This new electric car is introduced. How much is the price?
Sir, the price is 42.
Yes.
And this is the new car. Its name is Volt.
Volt. How much kilometer it do on the?
Sir, it's claimed by the company by the like 200 kilometer.
Okay.
And I hope it will be like the same, maybe plus minus.
Yeah, sure.
But
sure.
yes, we are not sure that it should be like 200.
Yeah, it depends on many factors. Many factors, yes.
Yes, many factors.
Yeah, sure. So, thank you very much, Asim, for information. The price in China is $6,000 US of this car, but in Pakistan it is sold for a lot expensive price at 42 lakh rupees. So it's more than 15,000 US, which is a wrong price point for this car, because this car is the most cheapest electric car for 6,000 US. Is even cheaper than the BYD Seagull, which is sold for 10,000 US, and the Americans are worried about that car. You're worried about that car? Look at this car, 6,000 US, cheapest in the world. How to beat that? And if the Mulan brings this car to US, there would be a big problem. This Mincar would sell like hotcakes. But the top speed of this car is just 100 kilometers per hour, which makes it unsuitable for the highways. It's good for the city driving. So if you're buying this car for city driving, like in Pakistan, it should be at a lower price point, like half the price of Suzuki Alto. It should be like 17 lakh or 18 lakh PKR price would be sufficient for this, and this would actually break records of sale if they manage to do that. And I hope the Regal Motor is listening, because the price point at this won't make it a good choice for the customers. And especially in Pakistan, we have a problem with the electrical supply. We have overproduction of electricity at 46,000 megawatt from the IPPs, but our distribution network cannot carry more than 21,000 megawatt. So we have a lot of power in the power plants, but we cannot give it to the people because we don't invest in the wires and the distribution network. So if they make, like all the IPPs are in Punjab and Sindh, if they make commercial chargers, then it makes sense. But most of the time, electric cars in Pakistan would actually be charged at home. So if they are charged at home and they would use this charger, which takes 6 hours to charge as compared to the 30 minutes charger of the commercial one, then it would be used as a second car. Like you have a petrol car or a hybrid car and you have an electric one to go to your office and do the buy the groceries and stuff. So 200-kilometer range of this car would be sufficient if the price point is 17 to 18 lakhs or 15 lakhs, which can be done if it is assembled wisely and lot of its parts are manufactured in Pakistan. Like in this car, we only saw that maybe the seats or the headlight. The headlight was different, the one we saw in the Chinese version, because the Chinese version has DRL and LED lights, but this one has a normal bulb and there is no DRL. And in the steering, they removed the buttons. They tried to save the money. Maybe they made the steering in Pakistan. They put a Pakistani steering because the plastic was cheap. The rest of the car was, the dashboard and everything was okay, but the steering looked like a bit tacky and cheap. But the plastics of the doors and the dashboard was pretty nice. Since this car is sold in US, Nepal and Thailand, so it can be a good car. Like this Mincar Volt, Regal Motors can do a good job if it reduces the price to half. The gear was automatic with drive and reverse and a neutral, and there was a handbrake, and there was seat belts, and there is airbags for safety, which is good. The multimedia was touch system. The speedometer was also digital. The touch system multimedia surprisingly had Apple CarPlay and Android phone capability, which is good. Same like the MG, it has this capability. So it can connect these phones. We connected our phone and we tried to listen to the music. The music was good sound, but at high volumes, the speakers were blaring because it has only two speakers in the front doors. They forgot to put the speakers at the back doors, which they should improve to improve the sound quality, because the player can give more power. So if there were four speakers, the sound quality would be even better. The power windows and the buttons were nice. The air conditioning cooling was also nice. We tried the air conditioning. The mirror had the button for dimming the light, and there was a LED light. Sun visors were there. At least they don't forget to remove them. You press the brake and then press the drive to change the gear, just like the automatic gear. And the cooling was better because three people were sitting and it managed to cool us. So the AC had no complaints. There was a cigarette lighter, adjustment for the lights, a sport mode, and an electronic button for the rear door, the fifth door for the cargo. And yeah, there was a tire pressure monitoring system in this car, and there was ABS braking with EBD. EBD means that it is better than the Suzuki Alto. There was an FM radio, no digital radio. So overall, we were satisfied with the car interior, minus the few changes the Pakistani version had, like the steering and also the headlights where there was no DRL, and the seats. This car also is available in the black interior version that could that look a bit better in the pictures as we showed in the beginning. The multimedia was okay, responsive, not very bad. It can play your USB and also your storage SD card. But when you forget to put the buttons for the volume on the steering, it was so difficult to increase or decrease the volume, which is so common while you're driving. Because of the small speaker symbol was difficult to locate. And I hope Regal Motors put the original steering back with the control for the audio and the phone, because that is a safety thing. So many accidents happen because people are using their phone, they're listening to music, the phone comes, so they have to touch the screen, and while you're touching the screen, you're not driving the car because your attention is diverted. So they better put the steering button right there, you know just like in the original Mincar. The engineering board and the Pakistan PAMA and all these people, they should put these things back. Why are you deleting this thing when the greed is so much that you're selling the car even higher than the price available in the other countries, and you delete the things which are so mandatory for the safety of the occupant. And this is strange, and nobody is bothering in Pakistan to pinpoint these things. So we are pointing these things to realize people that lives can be saved if you put some safety features. Do not remove them because they are important. At least this one had a rear view camera. There was a display, but that steering button was not very cool. By removing it, this thing is not cool. So I was lucky to have the test drive thanks to Mr. Asim. So I managed to take out the car. The drive was smooth. The ride was smooth. The braking was also very smooth thanks to ABS EBD. I felt comfortable. This demo car was driven a bit, it seemed, but its handling was better as compared to Suzuki Alto, because the handling was nice and the stopping was also nice. I went in the normal mode around the parking lot of HBK Peshawar, this mall. So the ride was zippy. When I pressed the accelerator, the acceleration was nice, and there was no sound, which was really cool. There was no vibration or rattling, which is common with the petrol engine. So this is a plus point for a small car. When you drive electric, it's so smooth, and that's really very nice feel. This was like one of my first time I drove a small electric car, and it felt nice actually. And I hope if this price point was 17-18 lakh, I would have definitely gone for one for myself. Then I switched to the sport mode. In the sport mode, the acceleration was quick and the steering control was nice. It was electric steering, but the feel was okay. And I managed a nice turn at high speed, 30 kilometers, and it was really good. The handling was nice. you know so with the sport mode, you can have a bit of fun, but the maximum speed is hardly 100 kilometers per hour, and that's not good, because if you bring cars on the road which top speed is 100 and usually it's driving on 80 kilometers, you're causing obstruction on the highway. This is not really good for the highway. So they should bring cars of at least 120 kilometer speed, or at least 140 kilometers, so that they don't provide obstruction to the cars on the Pakistani roads, because we are bringing substandard like the chinchi rickshaws and the things, they're plying on the motorway and on the roads, and they cause obstruction and nuisance for the other motor vehicle drivers. So these cars should be only used for city. They're not good for the highway, because it would be actually driving average 80 kilometer per hour, and that's not good. We should bring more powerful battery. We should allow and change policies so we have bigger batteries and higher speed in the electric cars. The policy actually formulated by some bureaucrats, mostly with the domicile of Punjab, is pretty against the common sense to bring such cars with the smaller batteries and smaller motors. They cannot even accelerate or go to 120 kilometers, and they would be causing obstructions on the road, just like the motorcycles are doing, the electric one, which I observed, and I will make a video on that as well. The reversing was nice. You can see the with the movement of steering, the guide lines were also moving, and the parking sensors were helping me, which is really nice because it had parking sensors. So it's an adequate car. Um, if it is brought in the fully loaded variant, it would be good. And these are the specifications. You take a look at it, pause the video, make up your mind if you want to buy this car. And I hope you enjoyed my informative video, which we are bringing after a lot of research. You won't be finding such videos in the other YouTube channels. And you have to at least subscribe to find my videos again, and also like this video. We would really want you to like this video, because I brought you research and I brought you information and you learned from it. I hope you liked my video. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel, and I hope you subscribe so you can watch informative videos like this in my channel. Thank you very much. Take care. Goodbye.